curious to know if there was a timeline of events that happened. I gotta go sit in on an interview real quick, but as soon as I'm done, can I talk to you?
Yeah, yeah, absolutely. I'm sure I'll be around. Are you sure I can't do anything to help you though? Like bandages, anything?
No. That's fine. The most you can do is just shoot me a text with your name just in case. Yeah, of course.
Yeah. Let me do that right now.
All good. It's gonna be flop dugong. I'm getting a call. I'm getting yelled at. I gotta go. I'm sorry.
No, I understand. Go ahead.
I'm coming in now.
I need my person there. He's gone to the bathroom. We don't have long.
Okay.
Why are you stumbling around? And why does this cup smell like fucking acid?
I don't know. I don't stand up at the board. It's all right. Hold on. You see it?
Yes, I do.
Okay.
This stinks.
It's an energy drink.
It's an energy drink. I get it. Okay. You drink it then.
It's not mine.
Oh, whose is it? Why is it here?
Yeah.
You smelled it?
It smells like shit.
I told you.
It kind of ew.
Am I loud up here? Is the microphone on?
Yeah, there's a microphone on.
Should I be on? Can other people in the PD hear this?
No. It's confined to this room.
Oh, thank God.
All right, I found out that there might be somebody involved in something that I was dealing with, so I'm very interested to hear sort of what transpired.
What's that?
I guess someone got kidnapped before another kidnapping occurred, and I guess the person that she got in the car with was the person who was a victim in my crime.
Oh.
Very interesting. I'd love to hear more about it, but there's no rush on that.
What's the murder rate?
The murder, like, what do you mean?
What's the murder rate?
Murder rate in terms of like how many people die every day? How many people are murdered every day?
Yeah, like every week maybe. Let's go with it.
It's not as high as you would think. I think we had one like a week or two ago, but I know there's a couple here or there. I mean, it's not like people are dropping like flies, you know?
Okay. Is it better than before?
Define better than before.
It's less people dying than 5 years ago than now.
I'll be honest, I haven't really given it thought. I don't really remember how bad it was 5 years ago.
Jesus.
Unsure.
All right.
Okay.
Hey, Captain.
Mr. Dark. Apologize for that delay there.
That's all right. No problem at all. No problem at all.
All right. So you have some sort of presentation you want to provide here today?
I do. Before you want to ask me any question, I'd like to do a little presentation.
Absolutely.
I think it's important.
I do want to ask.
Now, is there something up there right now?
Oh no! Yeah.
Okay. Do it again.
Okay, hold on. Let's try and resolve this because we just worked on this for quite a bit of time. Let's see. Let me first try that. Do you see it now, Cap?
Nothing.
Okay, let me do this.
Oh, damn it. They put it up and down. And try putting the photo on it, then try putting the thing on it.
I don't think I can. Here, wait. All right, there we go. I can't. It has to be down.
Continue to presentation.
Okay, put it in again, son. Put it in again. No, don't put it up again.
Sorry.
I see it, but it's gone now.
You plonker.
I'm sorry. These buttons are very close. Okay. What about now, Cap?
Still blacked out.
Okay.
Now put in the link. Put the link in.
What about now?
Did you do it?
I see half of a pink car.
A pink car.
A pink.
Oh,
like
God.
A pink Charger that says traffic.
Oh, no.
Maybe Challenger. I just see the back half of it. Try one more time.
I'm gonna change it to
something's coming through.
I'm gonna change her to a photo, and then I'm gonna change it back. Let's see.
If this don't work, it's fine. Or Captain, even if it doesn't work for you on the screen, I can
There it
send
is.
you a link.
Oh, you got it?
Oh, you see it? You
I
see
got it.
Richard
Oh
Dawkins?
man.
A
I do.
dispatch story. Oh, fantastic. Fantastic. Okay, Flock, take a seat.
Sure
Hurry.
thing.
I thought this is important for me to do a little bit of a who am I before we get started. So, Richard Dog, a dispatch story. This is the most important thing, I think, of the whole presentation and of the interview. I'm married. Now, I know I told you this the other day, but, it's very important to me that you know that. So there's no preconceptions. Happily married. This is my husband, as you can see. That's him on the left. This is the husband team. That's my husband with his espresso machine. He sent me that yesterday. So I guess you guys got some new equipment. It's nice.
Oh my.
There he is. He's a happy husband. Yeah. So, don't. This is just for the, nobody's going to be trying anything. And then he's a sassy. That must be the pink charger you saw, okay? That's me and him. That was on Halloween 2019, that was, I think. That was, well, yeah, you know. Anyway, let's get to the meat and potatoes. Why do I want to be a dispatcher? I think this is a very important question that you're probably going to ask me anyway. So, let's get started. Well, it's a beautiful picture. I just wanted to get that in there. I'm here to help. As you know or might not know, my husband, Officer Rhodes, and the man sitting next to you, Senior Officer Flop, they're my family. They both came over here to help out with the PD. But that left me, who didn't get an invite, but that's fine. I'm not upset about that because I don't want to be. I'll get to that part. Anyway, but they come over here. They've been working hard. But, I've been a house husband for about 2 months now. And, 5 years and 2 months. But I don't like sitting on my hands. I was a cop for a long time. And, I look out my window every day and people are getting stabbed on the side of the street and people get stabbed in my favorite burger joint, Senior Buns. And I don't like sitting on my hands. And so I'm here to help in any way, shape or form. But I feel like the best way I can do that is through dispatch. And talking of dispatch, in my other interview with Leah Strong and Mackenzie Hayes, they mentioned about kind of like building things up a little bit. Well, I am happy to build. That's it. Anyway, I'm
Real
happy.
quick, one quick. How are you changing the slides? You got a button in your hand?
Yeah, I got a clicker. I can teach you if you like. I'll teach you anyway. I'll teach you either way. But yeah, I'm very good at presentations. So I'm very good.
I'm just as impressed as you are.
Yeah. Give him the clicker. I didn't know we had one.
I didn't know we had one either.
It was right here under there's a drawer underneath the microphone.
I never opened it before. But
Jesus,
continue.
okay.
Continue.
Sorry. So they were on about training and helping build up a department for dispatch, which I'm very, very, very happy to do. I'm very happy to train people. I'm very happy to help kind of discuss with the captains about what you guys want from the dispatch. And I am very moldable. I'm very malleable to kind of the work that you guys might want me to do. And also, I think I'm be a very good way of building civilian trust. I mean, to be clear, unfortunately, the phone lines are down, which is a bit of a problem, which I think definitely needs fixing, and has definitely led to a lack of civilian trust. And I know you guys are low on units, so it's very hard to respond to 911 calls and things. The dispatcher there, I think I could really help alleviate and build that civilian trust up and make sure they are getting a response from somebody in the police department while you guys are busy, dealing with the important stuff. I can make sure that there's a response from that. Okay, next slide. So the LSPD. I don't want it. I do not. Can you hear me? Just to make sure this thing's on.
Oh yeah, I hear you.
Okay. I don't want to be a police officer. I was a police officer for, oh God, it was a long time. 4 years, 5 years. I think it was 4.5 years. And I've done it. And my son and my husband are, they're still police officers. And I want to make sure that, they're getting shot, they're getting attacked all the time. I don't make sure that if anything happens to my husband, that my son's still got a folder. So I don't want to be out in the field anymore. But I'm very happy to still assist with the police department in any way. So, let's do a little history lesson about me. So, this is me. August 2014, I
Dude,
joined the LSPD.
He looks like he
In
visits
September, I was
GameStop
promoted.
on
And
the
in that time, in
weekends.
the 4.5 years, I had some achievements. Let me go through them. I was a detective in several different iterations of investigative units, including the JTF and the MCU. So I know how to do my paperwork. I know how to keep things organized. I know the importance of investigations. I know the importance of report taking, especially when it comes to civilians. Internal affairs, I was both a part of and ran the unit several times. Accountability and integrity is very important to me, and that'll be followed through when it comes to dispatch. High command, I did actually make it to high command. I was the assistant chief of police 5 years ago with Chief of Police Elizabeth Reed, and we helped. We built a department pretty much from the ground up. So we built up the LSPD after things were kind of shaken up a little bit, and I think we did pretty.
Take a breath from
We
me there,
would.
just for one moment. You should be good. I think the microphone was having some issues up there.
Was you having some issues? Is
Yeah.
it good? Yeah.
Sounds good now. You sounded good.
Okay.
Look,
Uh,
Captain,
well,
he's
The
married.
microphone sounds fine.
You said he looked, and then you said he sounded. He's married.
It wasn't a continue on.
Anyway, so yeah, I reached the rank of high command, so I've got experience in leadership. And then, I think most important to the interview, I was one of the 2 dispatch founders. We founded the dispatch department. It would have been 9 years ago now. So let's talk about that a little bit. So, this is Michael Rogers.
Oh, dude, I got to
This
meet
was,
Michael at
a
TwitchCon.
deputy with
I
the
miss that dude. I
BCSO
love
back
him.
when I was LSPD.
Such
He was
a
on
good
duty
guy.
one night, and he was doing some dispatch, and I thought, wow, that sounds cool. That really makes us sound like a proper police department. But then I was like, okay, well, actually, then I started patrolling with him doing it. And I was like, wow, this is really useful. So I was like, Michael, can you teach me? Now, this guy has had some experience previously. I think it was a dispatch for some EMS in another county. Now, he taught me what he knew. And eventually, what that turned into is we were like, wow, this really works. We did a lot of research, did a lot of Q&A. A lot of the police really enjoyed it. And so we were like, okay, we approached our high command and command at the time. We were like, we want to make this a proper department. And so we did. We made the Los Santos Central Dispatch. And that development came with a lot of SOPs. It came with a lot of, radio etiquette training and stuff like that. And so I can't remember what I put on these. Priorities. These were the priorities we had back then. And these are the ones I still have to this day. So if I was a dispatcher, my number 1 priority would be officer safety. Now, Flop can attest, I don't have an ego, but I'm going to say this. There is a lot of lazy dispatchers. There has been in the past. I am not one of those. My eyes are on the GPS at all times. My ears are on the radio. I do not slack around. I don't mess around and talk with people. If I'm doing that, I'm 10-7. But importantly, I make sure that all my officers on duty are safe. If they're 10-8 and out in the field, I want to know what they're doing. If I don't know what they're doing, I check in with them. I think I can count on numerous occasions that I have saved people from being kidnapped or in the process of being kidnapped because they didn't respond on my welfare checks on the radio. Probably Flop included, I'll be honest, because, it's Flop. My second one is I always put a priority on 911 calls. Answering 911 calls, I think, like I was talking about earlier, really builds that civilian trust. Getting those responded to efficiently and in, with good response and the correct response from the police force, whether it be 2, 3 units and what code they respond in, I think is really important, because civilians know, actually, you know what, the police are there, they are listening to me, and they're going to keep me safe. And finally, efficiency. I think dispatch is an incredible tool for the PD, and I think it really needed. Running, doing 1028s, 1029s, even just getting EMS to a scene, if EMS, because I know EMS a lot of times don't like being on the radio, so we can get something figured out with them too. But I think dispatch really is a tool for both officer safety
This
and
guy should be
efficiency
commissioner,
in the
not
city that I
dispatch.
think is really
Dark's been
important.
around forever.
So, any
Oh my
questions?
God.
That's me.
Hmm. That's you right there?
That's me. That was back in the PBSO days, yeah.
How many years ago?
This was taken probably 6 years ago. This was taken by a lady named Wendy 3D, yeah.
Okay. Good photo. Oh, okay. Well, where to start? You said you don't like sitting on your hands.
That's right.
You don't want to be law enforcement. You want to be dispatch. What's the reason, with all the experience you have in dispatch, that you don't necessarily want to go hands on again and get involved in law enforcement?
My other son was a police officer, and he died in the line of duty.
Sorry to hear that.
Yeah. So I don't want anything to happen to me and Matt in the field and Flock be left without a father. It's a family thing. I'll be straight. My family's here. I care about them a lot. I worry that if I'm out in the field, something could happen to the two of us, and I don't want to make my kid an orphan. You know what I mean? So I feel like it's my family duty to stay safe. At least one of us has to. And I know no one's really that safe in the city, but at least if one of us is behind a desk all day, that's a little more of a guarantee.
That's so sweet.
Okay. Now this is a tough question. Let's say you're working a situation with officers, and something terrible would have transpired where Rhodes ended up injured. Is your head going to stay clear? Are you going to be able to continue doing the job and continue to support the officers who were on that scene?
I mean, to be straight with you, I think that's happened before, and I've been in leadership roles when that has happened, and I've had to keep a straight head, and it's hard. I won't lie to you, it is hard. But I think it's more important than anybody on the radio that the dispatcher needs to be keeping everybody calm and collected, and I will stick to that role. I know, there is that worry of people getting emotional and doing things out of emotion, but when it comes to situations that need to be locked in, I can do that, and I have done that, and you won't have to worry about that from me.
Okay. What were some of the hurdles of starting up your dispatch program that you were talking about that you had to navigate, and how'd you solve them?
I think initially a lot of the hurdles were like things such as, like, the calls back in the day were very limited when it came to giving officers information and keeping track of things. So me and Rogers had to, at the start anyway, before we kind of got a bit of development and assistance from IT, we'd have our own, like, off screen, like we'd have a separate screen than our MDT, for example, that would be all for tracking calls, and we'd have to, like, manually track calls and everything like that, and see which officers are attached to calls, for example. But then obviously that was a IT thing that we got developed, and we could keep officers tracked on which call, for example, and that would make things a lot easier. I think a lot of the initial other non-tech difficulties came from, I guess it was like direction, because me and Rogers, I mean, me still, if I was to do the job, I'm very active as a dispatcher. I'm very active on the radio constantly. And so I think that for some people, for some officers, can get difficult because they want to have like full length conversations on the radio. So there is always a bit of growing pains when it comes to my kind of dispatching on the radio, because I don't let them have full conversations and stuff like that. And I want to make sure people are like, if they're 10-8, they're actually 10-8 and they're actually like available. And I'll be like, are you actually available for work? And then they'll be like, I'm busy. And so I'll mark them 10-7. Do you know what I mean? So there can be a little bit of growing pains when it comes to offices and direction that we want things to move in. But I don't think I don't worry about it. Basically, I've done it so many times.
So, I remember reading in your application. I'm not going to quote it exactly, but you said essentially if someone gives you sass, you're going to give them sass back. Can you
That's right.
go into a little more detail as to what you mean by that?
I'll keep it. I'll keep straight with you, Captain. When I dispatch, when I did dispatch, I was always under the assumption, and it was of my prerogative, that dispatch owns the radio, and dispatch controls the radio and makes sure that it's running efficiently, so that the police department can keep running smoothly. So if someone's getting in the way of that, i.e. giving me sass, I will give them that sass right back so that we can get back to normal duties quickly. I think that would conclude my statement on that. But yes, I will essentially, if someone's basically trying to tell me to shut up or telling somebody else to shut up or do something stupid on the radio, I will call them out on it and tell them to get off the radio. And if they want to have a conversation with me, they can come and do that.
I see. And how are you at multitasking? I'm sure with your experience you're good, but in your own words, how do you feel you handle multitasking? Tasking? We do plan on having 911 calls here soon. That is in the works.
Shit, that's fucking sick.
The phone lines are getting sorted out. So you have somebody at the front desk. You're dealing with reception. You got phone calls coming in. You got 311s coming in. How do you prioritize those? How do you deal with those? How do you feel you'll handle them?
I think I know how to prioritize stuff. It's all about, you have a order of severity on things, just like you guys have a 1078 is more important than a 77. So if a 911 call comes in, that takes priority over everything because someone could be in serious danger. So I'm going to take that. Then dispatch comes secondary. And to me, this is always going to be my opinion, civilian reports. So if someone's at the front desk asking for, or maybe not a report, but if someone's asking to talk to the supervisor, that's going to take the least of my interest. I'll be honest. I'm a dispatcher first and foremost. And if need be, if it's quiet, I can help out with reception. Do you know what I mean? But in terms of multitasking, I'm very good. I'm always listening to radio. I don't sit around and chat with people.
I can't think of a better
Like a lot
person.
of dispatchers used to just chat
The foundationalized
and talk
dispatch.
rubbish and then not listen to the radio. I don't do that. You know what I mean? That's not me.
Okay. You stated also in your application, if Bobby Charles comes in, then you won't waste officers' time if it's not important. How do you figure out if it's important or not? What's your process?
I talk to you first now. I talk to you, see what you want from, if someone's coming in requesting a supervisor, do you want that to be a thing? Do you want me to entertain that? If yes, then I can sort that out on the radio. And maybe if they ask for a supervisor, you want them that to be a senior officer, then I can look for a 10-8 officer and get them down there. But if they're asking for something more, then I just won't entertain it. But at the end of the day, I think when it comes to front desk work and even dispatch work, that for a shift, that's going to come from the captains or the commander of that shift. So I'm not going to do anything without direction from you first.
All right. And if you're to be signing on duty, how many hours a week? How many days a week? What times would you be clocking into work?
I can do 6 days a week from an hour ago.
quickly preface that a realistic number. I'm not looking for any sort of bloated number or anything. I want to know an honest answer on this one.
Yeah, most weeks it'll be 5 or 6 days a week from an hour ago, so it'll be 5:30 EST for at least. I'm gonna give it at least 6 hours.
Okay.
That'll be till 11:30 a.m.
It's 5:30
EST.
now, so it'll be 1:30 EST.
Oh
I'm
yeah,
sorry,
an hour
or-
ago,
An hour.
4:30 EST.
Okay. You said 5 to 6 hours. And
Probably at
5 to
least-
6 days.
Yeah. Let's put
Okay.
that down. Yeah.
Okay, I'll note that here on my phone. Good. Pop, you have any questions?
Respectfully, I don't know if I want to ask any questions. I don't want there to be any weight bias on this. I just wanted to kind of sit in and
You got a question? Ask it.
what are your goals? Let's just say you got hired. What are your goals? Do you have ideas or any visions that you would like to look into? Any paths?
I mean, realistically, I think I'd evaluate what we've got currently, and obviously you saying that you got 911 calls and stuff on the way. That would have been my number one suggestion anyway. I think if that's kind of coming off that, other than like, I guess dispatch system improvements, if we're talking as dispatch as a whole, I'd really just want to make sure it's in a position that is consistent through shifts and is a kind of a, it's a tool for PD that is both organic and self-sustaining, but efficient and useful across the board. I don't want me to be in one shift who's doing it one way, and then Mike in another shift who only answers 5 911 calls out of 10. Do you know what I mean? I want to make sure that kind of shit is consistent across the board, because I mean, as far as I've heard, that's how PD's operating too. It's consistent across the board.
Gotcha. And a quick touch-up question, I guess, sort of to build on that. We have some forms of equipment, dash cams, stuff like that, right? Would you want that to be a requirement or something encouraged to sort of help, I guess, propagate dispatch as a whole? Or do you think?
100%.
Okay.
100%.
Is that a question for him or for me?
I was asking more for Richard. I'm more or less looking to sort of ask, I guess, where you see yourself sort of viewing dispatch in that position, right?
Yeah, okay. I'll try and answer it without being like, okay. I'll say in a perfect world, if you're saying these are available, I think absolutely they should be used, because that goes to the number one priority, my number one priority, which is officer safety. If you've got a dash cam in a car, traffic stops are dangerous, right? If you've got someone on a traffic stop, they're not replying, maybe you can keep an eye on them through that stop, even maybe not even when they're not replying. You got a traffic stop with 4 people in a car, you keep an eye on that dispatch car, and the dash cam, you can keep an eye on it, see if things are getting heated. You see someone step out of a car, you get 77s down there for that officer before they even have to touch their radio. You know what I mean? That sounds like something valuable that keeps officers alive, because traffic stops, they can get pretty deadly pretty quick.
Most dangerous thing we do.
Absolutely.
Exactly.
I think that's all I really have. All my questions.
Okay. I don't have any further questions right now. You understand that if you were to be hired, you'd be building this up. I mean, it's off its feet a little bit in other shifts, but in shift 3, at the very least, you'd be building it from the ground up almost.
Absolutely.
You working with other LSPD employees, as well as most likely command staff on getting this up and running properly.
Well, yeah, it sounds fantastic.
Okay. I'm not going to give you an answer at this very moment. I'm going to take into consideration this interview. I'm going to have a chat with a couple other people, and I'm going to say, based on recent things, I'm going to say 48 hours. I'll have an answer for you.
Okay, that sounds
That's sufficient for you?
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
All right, sounds good.
Being said, then the presentation was fantastic. Bar none, the best presentation I've seen. So very well
Thank
done.
you, sir. Thank you, sir. Slides.com.
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 That is
Not an
amazing.
ad. Not an ad.
I'm gonna
One moment.
I'm gonna write this down. It was actually, it's very informative to be able to listen and follow along at the same time. When the spectator doesn't have to do anything, they just get to sort of listen. It does make it very informative, I think is the right word.
Yeah, it was
Yeah.
a great presentation. That's a great asset to have. So
All right. We'll probably just make sure you put a picture of something up there so it's not like stuck on the screen, you know?
yeah, we'll. I mean, why not leave that up there?
All right.
Okay. All right.
Unless you don't want
Well,
it up
thank you
there.
very much. No, it's fine. It's fine. Well, thank you, Captain. Thank you for your time. I look forward to hearing from you.
Absolutely, appreciate you coming down.
Of course, yeah. All right.
All right, you take care
You
now.
guys be safe.
I'll go and walk him out.
Yeah.
Either will, don't matter.
I gotta go talk to our receptionist anyway. So
All right,
this works. There we go.
there you are.
It's on the side of the
All right, take care,
All
there,
right.
Mr. Dark.
You too, sir.
Have a good one.
All right, thank you, Flop.
Yeah, not a
Appreciate
problem. Absolutely. Thanks for letting me sit in.
I have it already.
it. Absolutely.
Oh, where it is exactly? Okay. I'm so sorry, sir. Okay, I'm sorry. Yeah. All right. Absolutely. Okay. All right. Bye-bye. Hello, sir. Can I help you?
Hi.
Hey, let me follow up with this. Actually, you can help me. Give me just a second. Let me turn the radio off. Okay. I just had a call from a tow truck driver that helped me with Heidi's ambulance a minute ago. He saw a police motorcycle interceptor down on the side of the road in Grapeseed. He wanted to know if he should tow it in. I was not aware that Officer Cornwood was in active 80, but I called him because I saw him headed up that way. He asked me to send, a location if I could. But again, he's in active 80. What would you advise me to do in this situation? Because I was not under the impression that we had state issued cycles, so I didn't know.
Wait, what was, I am so sorry. I was like
you're
half listening.
fine.
What was the question and what was the circumstance?
There is a state issued motorcycle down in Grapeseed. I have a tow truck driver that helped me just a moment ago call about it, asking what to do, if it should be towed in or what. I was not even aware that we had state issued cycles. So I called Officer Cornwood. He's in active 80. He asked for a picture of the location. Would you like it to be towed in?
Back to the PD. I would say have him 311 it. And if he can provide
that's
a,
actually what I went with first. Yeah, I have a picture of it with everything.
I can go up and try and grab it if it's one of ours. If not, he's. I mean, if it's parked illegally.
6926 was the number on it, and I have a picture of the actual vehicle itself. I can send you.
Yeah, that would work. Let me take a look.
Yeah, and he again, the tow truck driver is there with it. Was that your correct phone number, by the way?
Yes.
Where I
Yeah.
text you? Okay. Right here is the picture that he sent me.
Oh, do you know? Okay, if it's where I think it is, that's actually a spot where the county patrol likes to leave their bikes usually.
Okay.
So
And again, he said it was Grapeseed, so
I'm trying to think where.
I can give you a rough estimate. He gave me a ping for it, but I couldn't. It didn't. It was. It should be. It was close to the tool shop in Sandy.
That
North
might.
of the convenience store.
Yeah, that might be okay over there. That may not be one of
So
ours.
leave it.
Yeah, for now,
Okay, see,
just
that's
leave it.
why-
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Can I call him back really quickly then?
Oh yeah, no,
Let me
that's
know.
fine. Yeah, of course.
Okay. All right. Thanks. Let me call him back.
Dude, Dark's interview was so good.
Senior officer, and
It was fantastic. I think man. Listen, I am so biased, but I genuinely can't think of a better person to kick things off. Hey, Cornwood.
Howdy.
You're
I'm in
right.
pursuit. I had to pick up Spikes.
Oh shit. Do you need me with?
Yeah, come on if you want to.
Where you at?
Margo.
Polo. All right, let's go. Doc just had his interview. He fucking killed it.
Nice, good shit.
Is it channel 1?
Adams Apple East.
Okay.
Yeah. Hey, this car
by
is a
PDM.
disaster when it comes to
22
durability.
that we're gonna be in front of
Really?
PDM, southbound Power Street.
2 crashes, heavy smoke.
Oh shit. I mean, it's also a heavy truck. It would make sense, maybe, but I don't know.
Yeah, but I mean, just compare it to a damn Glendale. You know what I mean? Look how big this thing is. This thing is, it is heavy, but like.
Not
it's-
definitely.
Passing C. Sending it eastbound Davis.
Oh, he did so good.
Northbound Road Lowenstein northbound.
This thing is gonna be a pain in the ass to drive on the south side.
Capitol Boulevard westbound, heading towards the gas station. Status?
It's gonna be
Look at this.
under the
That's the
freeway.
second crash.
On foot.
Look at that.
Top of Olympic Freeway.
Is on foot?
He's running
Yeah,
up the
it's on
stairs to the
top of
Olympic
the,
Freeway
it's
train
on the stairs,
station.
yeah. Oh, it's got a car swap. It's gonna be
Car swap above.
blue
I'm on it.
and black. Yeah, got it.
Eastbound Olympic Freeway now. Car's gonna come back to an Aaron Harper. It's gonna be eastbound Olympic Freeway, sending it.
Like how like that's dumb as shit. Like
Correct lanes of travel now, eastbound Olympic Freeway. Transferring to Palomino Freeway.
Any additional on that?
We're gonna need
Affirm.
Taurus of some sort.
165 can grab a Taurus if need be.
It's pulling on me.
Copy, 105's attached. I'll be northbound Los Santos. Try to head him off.
Big 50.
Let's go
big
back and help
50.
out with the
Eastbound
vehicle
Palomino Freeway,
underneath
U-turning.
the. If anything, if you want to get back on their pursuit,
Gonna be
leave me with the officer down there,
southbound
just so we have
Palomino
somebody
Freeway,
else. I don't want to
correct
get
lane to
rolled
travel
up on.
It's gonna be a dark blue in color 4-door coming back to an Aaron Harper.
What's it stemming from?
Suspicious financial activity. We'll be taking the exit towards Del Perro Freeway. All the way to right, Del Perro Freeway. We're gonna be eastbound Elysian Fields.
Dude, Sock's just a good role player too.
Transferring to Del
You want to hear
Perro,
something funny?
Westbound now.
So you know Richard Dark, right?
Straight sending it westbound Del Perro
Yeah.
Freeway.
Okay.
Radius CVPI.
This
Alright,
this
sir.
guy started off his interview with the captain, and he goes, "First things first, most important out of anything." And he goes to his first slide, and it just
Still
says in big
westbound,
bold text,
Del Perro
"I'm married."
Freeway.
yeah, dark is
Dark is so good.
Yeah,
So
dark is
fleet
great.
vehicle's gonna be passing.
Did
the
no one
colorful
stay with the
garage
abandoned
at
vehicle?
Eastbound now.
I need to go down and check. We may have to stay with this.
Took the exit towards the colorful garage, making a right in front of it.
Oh, that'll piss me off.
PCB.
What was the unit that broke off on foot to chase the suspect up on Olympic?
165.
165, did you document the vehicle that was on scene on Strawberry?
Oh, sorry, no, I didn't stand by. I'll go return back now. My bad.
Copy. 100's 23 with the vehicle. If you want to come back and document it, we'll go and watch you.
Wonderful.
I'm gonna make him document it. Ain't no way we're gonna leave this shit.
Well,
Last one was making a left on the Red Desert Ave around the colorful garage area.
Copy, 105's good. 6 in a round.
hey, you want to see some real good shit?
What's that?
Might have it. Stand by.
One of the underrated. You know what it is though? He's so good.
20.
You got a lot of force there. You know what's
50,
crazy? You ever sit in the driver's seat while someone pushes your car?
No. Can you turn it?
Cross.
No, it's your.
Laporta in South
You're like a
Rockford,
brick.
down here by the dock.
If you're in the driver's seat trying to like pull away, you
It was
can't.
turning into the
Once you got a
south
good
side,
push on that vehicle, it's like it's there.
Yeah, here, you get in, you get in.
Let me see.
I believe it was the vehicle by the underglow.
Are you
it had,
turning it?
just the way the
I'm
lighting was, and
fighting
as soon
it, I
as saw
can't.
me, it dipped.
I can't even turn it on. What the? Yeah, you got me stuck. There's so much smoke.
Oh, hell, I can't stop. There we go.
Jesus Christ.
No.
105's good signal south side then. We know who they might be affiliated with, or where exactly this took place at, where they might go. Any information?
This was originally
Sorry about that.
Hawk and I staking out.
It's all good. We just want to make sure we're staying.
don't do that.
Yeah, we just want to make sure we're staying with the main vehicle. If no one stays behind, we got to make sure somebody does. And if it's just you, we want to make sure you try and get a secondary to back you up. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah, of course. Thank you.
Nah, you're good.
I apologize.
What's the name that the plate came back to on the blue vehicle?
Stand by, let me get that.
You want to look, cross-reference that, see if they got any properties, anything we can go check?
I'm gonna 311 the RO of the red vehicle that they left and abandoned. You can check that too. Stand by.
Yeah, the vehicle's gonna be.
It's gonna
flag
be
1060.
the SWAT vehicle is going to come back to an Aaron Harper. Stand by.
Awesome.
Alright, sweet. I'm gonna go and get this impounded.
All good. Worst driver ever. He's using a turbo on a truck that unfortunately we just haven't had the ability to test a lot with turbos. This thing is not easy to handle when it's got a turbo on it. I can't even hold it against them.
They have a profile that looks like they are racing, basically. Countless traffic speedings, citations.
Copy, no properties?
Negative.
Any other registered vehicles besides the work vehicles?
About everything you need to work every job in the state, and the one vehicle, the plate that's running back to is assault. Get that flagged up.
Just let me know when we're good to break. It'll be up to you.
Oh, you're good to break now if you want. It's all good.
Okay.
I'm just making a report for the impound just because I can't impound it without.
Nah, you are all good. Be advised, the report is going to be going up for the red vehicle that they abandoned. It's been documented. And it'll get called in for impound. Got anything to eat, drink?
It's gonna be 3 FBC. 3 FBC last 4.
Got a couple drinks.
Yeah, that'll do.
A couple chips.
Ooh, damn, you really coming in with the curve, man. Damn.
There you go.
Yeah, solo couple up. Just found you watching Edge fan. Love your attitude and seem like a cool dude. Thank you. I appreciate that. Thank you. I'm just out here doing my thing. But I appreciate you coming through. Hope you're doing great today. Doing well. I've been 10-7 for about an hour. How have the 37s been recently, these suspicious calls?
The main
Hawk
call
and
we've
I
been
have been
receiving.
taking out the 37 Charlies, hoping to catch them up in 68 as they're finishing their run through the city. A lot of them have been ending up in
thank you.
freeway at the ammunition.
I appreciate these 17 months saying my flop kind of sussy. He kind of sussy. What you want?
Seems like someone's doing another run right now because there was a alert for Davis and then up in Great Ocean Highway.
The advice latest 1099 Alpha.
Oh shit, let's go.
Like 118 will be in a route.
Dispatch 125 operating under 176 1099 Alpha.
We got it around to that 2 right now.
Believe so. Be advised, 100 is in a car. We probably are gonna want CVPIs and some Tauruses.
We want to
36 can attach when 76 is back.
Have you caught a 99 Alpha yet?
I haven't been to one of these. I know that they're.
118 in
I've been informed that they're for some
They're
who,
highway blasters.
Yeah. Now, do we get any updates on these tracks? Do we know anything about these things?
What's that?
I said, do we get any tracks on these vehicles?
What do you mean? Oh, on the 99 Alpha? You
Dispatch
should
says it's
check
on
them out.
Bay Tree, but the marker weapon standing, is that common?
Yeah, that happens.
Always or not that common?
Not. Well, I've only seen a few of them, but when it happened, the address is not always accurate.
Yeah, Mark.
I have taken a note of the situation, though, sir.
Are you marking?
It's already marked.
Is it moving?
No, it's not.
You can mark it again.
Yep. Make a left.
Holy shit.
Yeah, we got a little weight on us, don't we?
Yeah. Yeah, I gotta learn how to. I gotta learn how to drive this thing. Is that our guy? Is that him?
I didn't get a flag to 1060 on him. I did
But
not.
look at the map. Look at the map.
No, I don't see anything.
There's no marker.
No marker. The marker's
The hell?
stagnant.
Amber, thank you. Dispatch, can you
It's
also
still
update
there?
us on its location if it's a live update?
Do not have a live update, sir. I'm sorry.
Oh, hold on.
That had to be.
Are these calls not live updates, the 99s?
They should be.
I've seen exactly 2 of these calls. One had a live update and one didn't.
There was a white. It looked like a white with a black hood buffalo fly past us. But I'm in a car. We can't turn.
Copy, did we get a plate on it? Pick up back 60 or?
I believe
we
I
did
got a
not.
plate. Coming back to a David King, it is not flag 1060.
Yeah, may have been unrelated. But it looked like a high-end sports vehicle, and that's typically what these are. So just keep an eye out.
We had another one of these the other night. Was just left abandoned on location. So.
Copy. 100 will be en route to the stagnant call, the original 99A. Dispatch 123, 1099 Alpha. We got 2 vehicles parked in spots. Doesn't appear to be anybody else in the area. Gonna go and run some plates. Stand by.
105.
One is 1060.
This one's 1060.
$118.23.
Yeah, be advised, this little 2-door sports car is flag 1060. Appears to be abandoned. I'm gonna check around back. Stand by. Cornwood, can I get you to the mountainside and just overlook the scene with the Karakara?
10-4.
Window on this one's broken too. Looks like there's signs of 4th century.
Flop, do you think this might have to do with the shooting scene we dealt with up here before?
It is close in the vicinity, but it would be hard to prove.
Yeah.
The shooting occurs with stolen goods shit. I found that out this week.
What's it? We tracked a 1099A shift 2 maybe a week and a half ago. A shooting did directly precede it. Not once but twice. There was one at Palomino at the grocery store or whatever, the gas station, and then one near Stab City.
Let's scour this area for blood as well. Then this vehicle come back to a Wong Hung, which we have DNA on file as well for the RO of this black vehicle here. Scour this area.
125 hasn't documented the vehicle yet. Does somebody want to document it? If not, once we're done, I can circle back to it.
The green one?
Yeah, firm.
119.
Copy that.
Let's document both. We'll document the 60 vehicle, but let's document the one parked right next to it as well.
A firm.
If we start getting some repeat customers.
120. Ooh, stand by. 5 is gonna check the rooftop to do a quick check. Hello, is anyone up here? LSPD, police department. Rooftop parallel is gonna be clear, nothing on top. See anything up on the hills, Cornwood?
No, I don't see nothing.
Interesting.
Anything?
Okay.
Something.
Yeah, something. Take a look.
So what we got. Huh.
Indeed. Very huh.
This is so, Cap. I know now is not like the time and place, but if you check my recent investigative report 2998, photos may be a little hard to see, but I just found a 1060 flag vehicle. It sort of looked like a Mustang styled. 300, and I think it was 360 boxes of stolen goods. That was very interesting.
This is heavier than hell.
Yeah.
I got it documented, so let's try to shuffle it around in here, get this out of here.
Definitely.
Oh.
Very interesting.
Very interesting.
This would line up though. So a while back.
And that one you found in the glove box, not in the trunk.
Yeah. So I had
How many?
I believe it was.
How many pounds?
You know what? That's a good question. I think it's. I didn't actually do a proper weigh at the PD. But what I did notice was this is sufficient to what an arrest I made a long time ago. I say a long time ago. It was probably about a month ago, which you know, of course, in our state, a month is like an eternity. But a guy had told me under Miranda that he picks up keys to a vehicle, and he's told me that.
Documented.
Okay, fantastic. We can probably call this in for maybe evidence of a crime or something of that degree, or you could even just call it in for joyride. Either one. This is it's in line with something. It's very interesting. But the guy told me that he gets the keys from somebody. And he told me that when he goes into the trunk, they leave stuff that he has to drop off at places, and in exchange he gets something in return. And he was in possession of boxes very similar, and this theoretically, based on that information, would line up.
I need a tow here.
But then I've responded to these before.
Thank you. All right.
That's interesting. Okay.
Be sticker
Something to keep an eye out for then, for sure.
You want to see what was in it?
Yeah, was it stolen goods?
Yeah, a lot of them.
There you go. Was it 1,500 of them?
It was quite a bit of them.
There we go.
Is that like a precise amount?
Check out that,
organized and premeditated is what it sounds like.
Yeah, I mean that's what I'm here. I didn't get all the information while I was gone, but I got a lot. So yeah, that checks out. So what's happening is that's somewhat related to the pawn shop down south, where I think what's happening is people are taking. Oh, I gotta check my notes again. Just based on what I heard from people.
This is the first I've heard of this.
Yeah. It's crazy what you learn off duty.
curious on what they're gonna do with it. They sell it off, and it's 1,500 little doodads worth.
Yeah. Well, okay. So here's kind of the pipeline.
Mm.
They those HVAC robberies. They get the shit from the HVAC. They take it down to the sewers. Down in the sewers, they sell the shit from the HVAC to somebody in the sewers who gives you, I don't know if it's a sell or a trade. And then he gives you something to trade in. That fella down in the sewers gives you the shit to go take to the pawn shop. You trade that into the pawn shop and you end up getting some jewelry. And then you drop off the jewelry here. And then from there.
Here. What do you mean by here?
Right here. Route
Like
68
at these
Delta.
locations?
Yeah, it's literally like right here. This is like the place that
This
that I
building
know.
here? Or you're saying?
Right here.
Okay, all right.
Yeah. Right here in this building.
We've got 99s before also in Grapeseed on the corner there across from the gas station.
So I didn't know that this information that I got was actually related to 99s until now, which means the drop-offs occur here, up in Polito, and then the what's it called as well, Grapeseed. I don't remember where it is in Grapeseed exactly, but it's the Polito gas, and then there's somewhere in Grapeseed that I can't remember. And I think there's one more, but I can't remember exactly.
Lenny, did you see that car that was going off road?
But yeah, I mean, hell, I just
176, 125.
Hey, Bird, we got it right here.
Copy that. I thought that was interesting. I happened to notice that.
This is a habanero, Lenny.
Got a Jeep style vehicle that just going eastbound. It didn't slow down. All good. That guy in the passenger seat looked like the guy we spoke to earlier, though.
Decided to work Group 6 as a team.
Yeah. That also happened.
Okay. What do you know about moonshine? That good money?
Moonshine is there's
Another
two
vehicle.
forms of
They make
moonshine
them
right
all
now.
with their
Basically,
plate.
there's a process in which they go and they build a distillery. They set it up. I think they can make a batch in an hour
10 on
and a
Declan.
half.
This is not the right habanero.
Copy that.
Does not match the plate read from the 37. Okay, has a rental paper.
So you get that moonshine that's tagged with an address, and you go do drop-offs. Shit, somebody found out my address. I swear it wasn't me. Somebody found out my address, and they keep prank sending me moonshine up in Sandy. I swear, I wasn't ordering it myself, but folks keep coming up to my house, and I noticed this while I was suspended, that all these people keep coming up to my house. I was like, shit, I might have to stay. Hello, sir. Hello, sir.
Howdy there. Is everything okay? Going all right? This is your vehicle here?
Be advised, there was a white Jeep style vehicle that drove by, and I can confirm and attest that that mask that he is wearing is the same mask I saw in the passenger seat. So they drove by the scene, and I imagine that they dropped him off.
He advises him to catch up to a speeding motorcycle eastbound Joshua.
Copy. If you see a white and colored Jeep style four-door in the area, just let me know.
And to pull over the motorcycle that was in oncoming lanes.
Dude, I saw that, and I called it because I noticed that he looked like the fucking guy from before. Something did not seem right to me with that. It all makes so much more sense.
Well, we're investigating a call that we responded to involving the car over there. Your vehicle's parked next to it. Not suspecting you of being involved. More or less, I just want to make sure I cover my tracks and you know, just have a chat with you. You're under arrest. You're not even detained at this point.
Yeah. I think it's just an inconvenience. I had my car parked. Yeah, I don't know.
Wrong place, wrong time. But like I said, we're not looking to push charges. Just trying to get information at this point.
Yeah, no, you're right.
check with your friend if
maybe
you happen to. I appreciate it. Check with your friend, happen to see if he saw anything, if he was in this area as well, and
No,
Um,
I